Ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kick it off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Wildcats offense will go on the attack first. They'll give it to the back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Sure hands. It's Simmons. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there.
That's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Catch in the middle, it's Patterson. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So Auburn's offense will go to work for the first time today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
To throw, it's Manning. With the catch, it's Porter. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers that will leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, trying to find his man. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. A little screen to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense on that play, sniffing out the screen pass. They had their eye on the ball. They were able to rally to the running back, gain of no yards.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Makes the catch. It's Thompson. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs, running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Mary.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the single back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Barber. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now with the 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll move the wide receiver. A 1st down run in the red zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. To the air, it's Manning. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Clemson is ahead early in Death Valley, but that's not exactly Trevor Lawrence out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Notre Dame. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off-play action on first down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it, and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise, and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw.
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your quarterback, and the linebacker comes through and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So first down here as they go back to work. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Coming out with it, it's Simmons. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. He'll start this drive firing. Got a man, it's Simmons.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to... There he goes! And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now they'll run it on the toss. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Looking to pass. It's Manning. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in the ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Finds a man on the left. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games, in big moments where he's really shined. And that's why this guy's in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Auburn lines up quickly. Right back to it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, just run positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle, it's Staley. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Leaves it with the back. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Now from inside the red zone. Grabbed in the middle, it's Porter. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver comes in motion. Power football with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Auburn! Excellent pass by the back on the option. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Patterson. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. He'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it set up on the outside. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it, and I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Tripped up for the tackle.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. That pass not close as he got twirled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes a catch, 1st down, and maybe a lot more.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Auburn.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat. Dang, you talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
He'll bring it out. It's Simmons. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Auburn offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Manning. The short hands. It's Porter. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver, so that shows you what kind of special year this young man's had.
Catch in the middle, it's Porter. Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Patterson. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Wants to throw on first down. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down to the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Right back to him on the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Dropping back, it's Manning. Going deep. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Really good coverage by the DB there, and even a better job of locating the football and then knocking it away.
They're dealing with a second and long. The give to the tailback. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
They'll run the screen. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
He stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll try to pop the draw. He stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 3rd down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Kentucky will be forced to punt. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Keeps it himself and gets the first. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. He'll try it again. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Here comes the heat. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think he'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab. It's Porter. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Porter.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in first downs. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tiger. How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Aubie with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Clemson is currently ahead early right now in Death Valley, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 10 over Notre Dame. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Caught behind the line. It's Simmons. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try the right side. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. Punt is on its way. He'll take it on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So here comes the Auburn offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's
turning it on. Still on his feet. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
This doesn't happen with just anybody at tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. He'll do the rest and make big gains.
To the ground, he's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
He's got him in the flat.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got it. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll do it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield, he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. Makes a move. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've You've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
How a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. This offense has it with really good field position. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Shows him the stiff arm. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but, man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this 4th quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
Slips through the line. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll try the run, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, dude. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Caught over the middle, it's Thompson. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Auburn to the line in a hurry. The inside handoff. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. It's complete. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. Quarterback may change this route. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. They'll try it again from the one on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They got stuffed on second down, and still they need 1 yard here on third and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And he tacked on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. This is